Hello everyone, this is Steve with Taking It Easy. I'm doing an update on my solar panels. We had several days, or I should say nights, that were in the very low 40s. So we had to run our space heaters to try to keep warm at nighttime. It was a pretty good drain on the battery and that, but I'm going to get into that in another video series, just probably one video, to say the results of what was going on with these panels, how they functioned during those days, and go from there. But one thing I learned is there's 24 400 watters, so 9600 watt, and that's the facials, but they're bifacial. So what the back does, I'm not sure what they will or won't produce. Not really seen much of anything. I would think with the white sand we would have good reflection, but there's no way for me to know what the reflective is doing if the backs are producing anything at all. I will say we've got above the 9600 watts a couple of times, so I guess that would allude that something's happening there. But because these are not enough, this 96 wasn't working, we knew we would do it, and so we're putting in a second array. It'll be the same size. It'll be 24 400 watters, so it will also have the 9600. You see the shadow line here, so we're putting it just about 6 inches to a foot beyond where the shadow line is to keep these panels from doing it. But we've just started putting it together. Put the poles in yesterday. We got the beams, as you can see, they're all in. I'm now in the process of putting in the blocks in between, but this one's going to be different, and we bought electric actuators for them instead. We've already had to try to adjust the ones with the unistruts. If we try to do with these unistruts, they are just horrible, trying to readjust them and get them where they need to be. So for the next array, we're putting in 6 electric actuators, and we'll see how that works. If that works out like I think it will, then I'll go ahead and we'll put it on the array behind us. We're going to have each actuator, though they're not synchronized, so I'll be having to run them each individually. So my intent will be is to move one of them a couple of degrees, go on down the line, do it until we can get to the angle we want to get to. I made a protractor to show with lines on it to indicate the 4 seasons you would have, so I can put that on there and know when I am for which season. But anyway, this is where we're at now. I thought I'd pop this up here for you to show you that it's going a little bit different. We're putting them in. We're changing the bolting method up here. Instead of using the ready rod and struts below it, we've actually put larger bolts into the top of it to hold that down. There's GRK screws in them and lag bolts. So there's a 4-inch GRK here with a lag bolt, 4-inch GRK here with a lag bolt, and that's true on both ends right now for those. And that's what we're planning on doing with all of them, to bolt them down that way. So we'll go from there. Because the other reason too I want to do that versus utilizing the unistruts, I've already had to tighten these down a second time. Because pressure treated wood, it's wet, so it arrives, and yes, it shrinks. And yes, it did shrink. It was so loose that these things were just flopping. It had shrunk so much. So I want to get away from trying to do that, just do the screws, because I have looked at all the screws we put into them, and all the screws are holding very nicely. So we're modifying it, and we're doing that right now. We're going The solar panels will be here in 5 days. So I got more than enough time to get this thing up and ready for them. And we'll just kind of be chilling while we're waiting for the panels to show up. But that's good. We won't be rushing. We'll have this all ready to go for them when the panels get here. So I'll keep you updated as we're doing what I'm going to call the solar array number 2.